confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The wrong falls.
It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Kansas City. It's the Jets and the Chiefs under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A man from nearby Wichita, it's Breece Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
This will help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, LaMichael Pirine. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Mahomes going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a 1-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Finding space at the 40, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll go again with Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 36, Rodgers. And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Had the offense humming on the 1st drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown. and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
Well, they fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Davis fighting. He loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 24, Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone,
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now this is intercepted. He's trying to get it to Davis. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. On first down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fortson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Morris. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker on target. And we are tied at 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Brees Hall. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Sideline. And I think the ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Well, last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Mahomes' throw here into the hands of Jones. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot.
They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he'll find Hall. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And this is going to be a hot ticket. It's the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out.
Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes going to throw. Gets this one to Morris. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Davis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll give to Hall. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a give to Hall. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Hall again. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A handoff for Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Hall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now it's Mahomes again. The left side completion to Jones. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, he's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Morris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 39, Mahomes complete to Jones. It's a 1st down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Mahomes now to throw. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice job of the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ball has it knocked loose. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball again on 2nd down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Jets are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run here with Hall. 132 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Yellow.
On 1st down, Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Mahomes now on 1st down. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.